Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. As you know, we are studying new syllabus mathematics and it's book 3. We have started chapter number 1. Today we will solve some more questions of exercise 1D with another method. Today is our lesson number 5, and in this lesson we will solve fractional equations with numeric and algebraic denominators. These are the things related to quadratic equation we already have studied. Today our topic of study is fractional equation with numeric and algebraic denominators. When we will simplify this equation, we will ultimately get a quadratic equation, and that equation will be solved by using factorization or by quadratic formula. So let's solve some questions of exercise 1D. So before solving the questions, let's discuss the methods. There are two different methods to solve fractional equation with numeric and algebraic denominators. First one is cross multiplication, which we have studied in the previous lesson. Second one is finding the lowest common denominators, that is finding the LCM of the denominators. We will study this method today. The steps involved in solving the equations having fractions where right hand side of the equation is not 0. First of all, we will factorize the denominators if possible. Then we will find the lowest common denominator or LCM of denominators. How we will find the LCM? LCM will be found by taking the common factor. If the denominators have common factor, that factor will be written once, and the other non-common factors will also be written. That is the product of common and non-common factors is the LCM. Proceed as simple arithmetic fractions. LCM लेने के बाद फिर हम जैसे सिंपल arithmetic fractions को सॉल्व करते हैं उसी तरह आगे फर्दर सॉल्व करेंगे, और फिर हमारे पास लेफ्ट और राइट साइड पे एक एक फ्रैक्शन आ जाएगी. जब हमारे पास एक एक फ्रैक्शन होगी तो देन वी विल अप्लाई द मेथड ऑफ क्रॉस मल्टीप्लिकेशन. वी विल क्रॉस मल्टीप्लाई टू गेट an equation which is free of fraction, and then we will solve that equation to get the value of x. If that equation is a quadratic equation, then we will use factorization or quadratic formula. So there is a simple rule. If there is a sum or a difference of two fractions, we will take the LCM of the denominators. If the non-common factors are there, then the product of non-common factor is the LCM. Dividing LCM by the denominator of the first fraction, we will get an expression, and that expression will be multiplied by the numerator. We will get an expression again, and then plus or minus sign here, again divide the LCM by the denominator of the second fraction. We will left with b in this case, and b will be multiplied with c, and simplifying the numerator we will get the required equation. So solving quadratic fractional equation with numeric or algebraic denominator has three different cases. One, if fractions have a common denominator, अगर दो या दो से जायद fractions हैं और उन दोनों सब के denominators common है, तो फिर क्या होगा? Simply we will keep the common denominator as it is, and we will add or subtract the numerators of all the fractions like this. This is the sum of two fractions, and the denominator of two fraction is common, same denominator है, तो हम same denominator इसका LCM आ जाएगा और numerators को हम add कर देंगे, तो we will get the required result. And if there are different fractions having different denominators, then we will first find the least common multiple. तो different denominators के लिए हमने LCM find करना है denominators का, और फिर हम उसको फर्दर सॉल्व करेंगे. This is an example. Look, the denominators of the two fractions are different. So the product of all the factors in the denominator will be the LCM. Divide this LCM by the denominator of the first fraction, we will get y. Y will be multiplied with this numerator. Similarly, dividing xy, the LCM, by the denominator of the second fraction, we will get x, and x will be multiplied with this. Now in this case, these two terms are unlike terms, so we cannot add or subtract. The third case is when denominator has variables with more than one exponent or factors with more than one exponent. जो वेरिएबल्स हैं या फैक्टर्स हैं उनकी पावर एक से ज़्यादा हो. एक एलसीएम एक डिनोमिनेटर में x की पावर कुछ है और दूसरे डिनोमिनेटर में x की पावर कुछ है, एक से ज़्यादा है, तो फिर उसका एलसीएम आपने कैसे लेना है. To find the least common multiple, it is often necessary to factor the denominators and proceed as follows. तो अगर डिनोमिनेटर फैक्टराइज होता है तो उसको पहले फैक्टराइज करेंगे, फिर हम एलसीएम लेंगे, और देन वी विल प्रोसीड एज वी हैव डन इन द प्रीवियस क्वेश्चंस. This is example number 1. The denominator of first fraction is x cube y and denominator of second fraction is x y cube. Now both the denominators involve x. दोनों में x है तो x कॉमन है, लेकिन x की पावर एक में x की पावर 3 है, दूसरे डिनोमिनेटर में x की पावर 1 है. तो हमने क्या करना है, x की लार्जेस्ट पावर लेनी है, ग्रेटेस्ट पावर जो है वो एलसीएम में आएगा. तो दोनों में x की पावर 3 एलसीएम में और y की पावर 2 जो है वो एलसीएम है. तो एक्स क्यूब वाई क्यूब इज दी एलसीएम, और फिर हम उसी तरह इसको सॉल्व कर लेंगे. Now in this case the denominator of first fraction can be factorized. There is an expression and this expression can be factorized by using a square minus b square type, and the denominator of the second fraction can also be factorized. So we will first factorize this denominator and we will factorize this denominator, and then we will take the LCM and proceed further. This is question number 1, its D part. X plus 7 over x is equal to 9 है. तो x over 1 we can write x over 1 plus 7 over x is equal to 9. Look, right hand side of this fraction is not 0. So we cannot cross multiply by moving one fraction on the other side. So take the LCM on the left hand side. LCM is x. X divided by 1 is x, and x multiplied with x is x square. X divided with x is 1 and 1 multiplied with 7 is 7. So x square plus 7 over x, one fraction on the left hand side, and 9 over 1 is one fraction on the right hand side. So to solve this we will cross multiply. X square plus 7 will be multiplied with the 1 and 9 will be multiplied with x. So we will get an equation free of fraction. Rearrange this equation and we get the standard form of quadratic equation. X square minus 9x plus 7 is equal to 0. Now we can solve this equation by factorization method if possible, or by quadratic formula. Factorizations are not possible because 1 multiplied by 7 is 7, and there are no two factors of 7 which when added give you minus 9. So we will solve by using quadratic formula. For quadratic formula we need the values of a, b and c. The value of a is 1, value of b is minus 9, while the value of c is 7. Use formula, which is x is equal to minus b plus minus square root of b square minus 4ac over 2a. This formula is called quadratic formula. Use these values in this formula and simplify to get the final answer. So these are the two values of x which are written correct to three significant figures, 8.14 and 0.860. Now this is question number 2. This question has three parts. The statement is that difference between two positive numbers is 12 over x plus 1 and 12 over x is 1. ये दो positive numbers हैं x over 12 plus x 12 over x plus 1 और 12 over x. इन दोनों को जब आप subtract करें तो आपके पास आंसर 1 आता है. तो अब फर्स्ट पार्ट में उसने कहा फॉर्म एन इक्वेशन इन x and show that it reduces to x square plus x minus 12 equal to 0. Now which one of these two is smaller and which one is larger? Look, this is a fraction. This is a fraction having a numerator same. So अगर किसी दो fractions के numerator same हो तो that fraction is larger which has smaller denominator. तो इसमें x smaller है, x plus 1 larger है. So 12 over x is the larger number and 12 over x plus 1 is the smaller number. So when you will subtract smaller from the larger, your answer should be equal to 1. So our equation is this 12 over x minus 12 over x plus 1 equal to 0. Form an equation. We are able to form the equation. And then it is asked to show that it reduces to this equation. So we will simplify this equation because there is the difference between two fractions. We will take the LCM. X into x plus 1 is the LCM. Dividing x into x plus 1 by x, we will get x plus 1. Multiply this with 12. Then minus x into x plus 1 divided by x plus 1 will give you x, and x multiplied with 12 is minus 12x. Simplify the numerator, removing the bracket 12x plus 12 minus 12x over x square plus x, removing this bracket also. 12x is cancelled with minus 12x and we are left with 12 over x square plus x. Now cross multiply to get an equation. When we write this equation in standard form, we get x square plus x minus 12 equal to 0, and this was the equation which we were asked to show in part 1. तो ये equation बनाई, इस equation को simplify किया तो हमने show कर दिया कि this equation when simplify reduces to x square plus x minus 12 equal to 0, which is our part 1. In part 2 you are asked to solve this equation. So we can solve this equation by factorization. If factorization is not possible, we will go for quadratic formula, but in this case factorization is possible. The two factors of minus 12 are plus 4 and minus 3. Take x common from the first two terms and 3 common from minus 3 common from the last two terms, and x plus 4 is common, leaving x minus 3 in the second bracket. Put each factor equal to 0 and get the value of x, which is minus 4 and 3. So these are the two solutions of this equation. So whenever you are asked to solve, you have to write both the solution, negative and positive as well. In third part, you are asked to find two numbers. So the number, because initially it is said that the two numbers are positive, therefore we will reject negative value in part 3. We will reject this negative value and we will take x is equal to 3 and put this value of x in 12 over x plus 1 and 12 over x to get two required numbers. 12 over x plus 1 gives you 3 and 12 over x gives you 4. So two positive numbers are 3 and 4. So when you subtract these two numbers, you get 1. It means your answer is correct. A part of question number 5. X over 2 is equal to 4 over x minus 1. You can also collect the fractions having x on one side. अब 4 over x को भी लेफ्ट साइड पे ले जाओगे तो x over 2 minus 4 over x is equal to minus 1 आ जाएगा. या फिर आप इसी तरह लेफ्ट हैंड साइड पे एक फ्रैक्शन है और राइट हैंड साइड पे दो फ्रैक्शंस हैं. Take the LCM of the right hand side. It is x over 2 equal to 4 minus x over x. Cross multiply, you will get x square is equal to 2 into 4 minus x. Simplifying, you will get an equation in standard form, which is x square plus 2x minus 8 equal to 0. Now you will solve this equation either by factorization or by quadratic formula. इसके भी चूंकि factors बनते हैं, 1 multiplied with -8 it gives you -8, और -8 के दो factors जो हैं वो +4 और -2. Break the middle term and write x square plus 4x minus 2x minus 8 equal to 0. Taking x common from the first two terms and -2 common from the last two terms, and we get x plus 4 and x minus 2 in the second bracket. Put each factor equal to 0, x plus 4 equal to 0 and x minus 2 equal to 0. So we get x is equal to -4 or x is equal to 2, which are the two solutions of this equation. This equation can also be solved by quadratic formula, but it's better to solve by factorization if possible. So this can also be solved by quadratic formula like this, taking the value of a, b and c and putting these values in the formula and simplifying, you will get the same answer. B part of this. Look, there is one fraction on left hand side and two fractions on right hand side. You can take the LCM here, or you can transfer x plus 1 over 5 from right to left hand side like this, or you can solve it as it is, taking LCM of the right hand side, which is 5. Now in this case, LCM is 5 into x plus 5, dividing 5 into x plus 5 by the denominator of the first fraction, which is x plus 5. We will get 5, and 5 multiplied with the numerator 2 is equal to 10. Then plus 5 into x plus 5 divided by 5 will give you x plus 5, and x plus 5 multiplied with x plus 1 give you x plus 1 into x plus 5. Now simplify this numerator. We will get 10 into x square plus 5x plus 5 plus x plus 5. By multiplying these two, we will get this expression. Remove the bracket and we will get x square plus 6x plus 15 over 5x plus 25 equal to 1. Now cross multiply here again. We get this equation. Simplifying, we will get this equation, which is a quadratic equation in standard form, x square plus x minus 10 equal to 0. This equation cannot be solved by factorization method because we cannot make factors of x square plus x minus 10. So what we will do, we will solve this by using quadratic formula. For quadratic formula, we need the values of a, b and c, which are 1, 1 and -10. Use these values in the quadratic formula, which is x is equal to minus b plus minus b square minus 4ac over 2a. We write x is equal to because the variable of the equation is x. If variable of the equation is y or any other, so we will write that variable here. Now put the values of a, b, c, simplify and get two values of x, which are 2.70 and minus 3.70, correct to three significant figures. F part of this. Again, there are two fractions on the left hand side, and there is a subtraction of these two fractions and one fraction on right hand side. So we will take the LCM of these two fractions because none of the factors can be factorized, none of the denominator can be factorized, and there is no common factor. So x minus 1 into x plus 3 is the LCM, x minus 1 x plus 3. X minus 1 x plus 3 divided with the denominator of the first fraction will give you x plus 3, and x plus 3 multiplied with 7 is 7 into x plus 3. Then there is negative sign. Divide this LCM by the denominator You will get x minus 1, and x minus 1 multiplied with x plus 1 is x plus 1 into x minus 1. Now remove these brackets. This is 7x plus 21 minus x plus 1 into x minus 1 is x square minus 1. Again remove this bracket in the numerator. Also multiply the factors in the denominator. We will get this 7x plus 21 minus x square plus 1 and x square plus 3x minus x plus minus 3. Simplify the numerator and denominator. We will get minus x square plus 7x minus plus 22 over x square plus 2x minus 3 equal to 1 over 2. Now cross multiply here. Simplify, remove this bracket, bring all the terms on left hand side and put 0 on the right hand side. Simplify this, minus 2x minus x square is minus 3x square, 14x minus 2x is plus 12x, and 44 plus 3 is 47. So this is the quadratic equation. You can change the sign of x square to positive by changing the sign of the whole equation. 3x square minus 12x minus 47 equal to 0. Now a is 3, b is minus 12, and c is minus 47. Using the quadratic formula, putting the values of ABC in the formula and simplify. These are the two values of x. Further simplifying, we will get the answer, which is 6.43 and minus 2.43, correct to three significant figures or correct to two decimal places. This is G part of question number 5. Now transfer this fraction having x from right hand side to left hand side. It will become 5 over x minus 2 plus 4 over x minus 2 होल स्केयर इज इक्वल टू 2. अब देखिए इसके दोनों के डिनोमिनेटर में जो फैक्टर है, जो एक्सप्रेशन है, वो सेम है. इधर x माइनस 2 और इधर x माइनस 2. लेकिन x फर्स्ट फ्रैक्शन के डिनोमिनेटर में x माइनस 2 की पावर 1 और सेकंड में x माइनस 2 की पावर 2 है. तो जब इस तरह का केस हो कि दोनों में डिनोमिनेटर सेम है लेकिन एक में पावर जो है वो 1 से ज्यादा है, तो फिर हम क्या करते हैं, दिस इज द रूल. इफ देयर इज अ कॉमन वेरिएबल, ये कॉमन वेरिएबल और कॉमन फैक्टर x माइनस 2 इज कॉमन, सो व्हाट विल बी द एलसीएम with more than one exponent, then use its greatest exponent. तो LCM में क्या आएगा, greatest exponent वाला फैक्टर जो है वो LCM में आएगा. तो इन दोनों डिनोमिनेटर x माइनस टू, x माइनस 2 की पावर 2 का LCM जो है वो x माइनस 2 की पावर 2 आ जाएगा. Now dividing x minus 2 की power 2 with this x minus 2, this power will be cancelled and we will left with x minus 2. X minus 2 will be multiplied with 5. X minus 2 की power 2 divided by x minus 2 power 2, we will get 1, and 1 multiplied with 4 is 4. And right hand side can be written as 2 over 1. Simplify the numerator. 5x minus 10 plus 4, and expanding this by using the identity a minus b whole square. So it will give you x square minus 4x plus 4. Further simplifying, in the numerator we get 5x minus 6, and in the denominator same expression, x square minus 4x plus 4 equal to 2 over 1. Now cross multiply and simplify to get the equation, which is 2x square minus 13x plus 14 equal to 0. Factorize if you can factorize. If not, go for quadratic formula. So a is 2, b is minus 13, c is 14. Use the quadratic formula. Put the values of ABC in the formula. Simplify. Further simplify. Further simplify and get the final answer, which is 5.14 and 1.36, correct to three significant figures or correct to two decimal places. when degree of accuracy in the question is not mentioned, so you have to write the answer correct to three significant figures always. So this is your question 5, in which we have solved these questions by using the LCM of the denominators. This is your homework. You will solve question number 5 at C and H part on your notebook. This is my profile, my YouTube channel. Subscribe this channel and like or dislike the videos. Keep doing practice because practice makes knowledge perfect. Thank you for watching and Allah Hafiz.